Right now, live at 5.
This is the very least we can do.
With the city of Duluth's new mask mandate in effect, we talked to local businesses about how they feel.
Plus, Minneapolis students are going virtual again. We hear from Duluth school leaders about what it would take for their district to go back to distance learning. And later,
the Biden administration is sending additional federal support to communities hardest hit by COVID. I'm Natalie Brand at the White House. See if the federal teams are headed to a hospital near you.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Duluth City Hall tonight, where earlier today, Mayor Emily Larson enacted her emergency powers and announced she's reinstating Duluth's mask mandate. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Vaki.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. That mandate will impact all indoor public places across Duluth. It goes into effect at 5 tomorrow night and will last 30 days. It applies to indoor businesses, restaurants, and entertainment or recreation facilities in Duluth. Kids under 5 and child care providers are exempt. You'll remember Duluth City Councilors voted against declaring a health emergency 7-2 on Monday. The vote had to be unanimous. But the council also voted to support Larson enacting her emergency powers. Today, she defended her decision to do so. Larson says she consulted with the governor's office and health leaders who all say masks are one of the best tools we have to slow the spread of COVID and help our overwhelmed hospital workers.
What I'm here to do is create public policy that supports public health. I understand that it will bump into the choices that you would like to make with the freedoms that you have, and we are still being implored upon by public health safety experts who are asking us to do this.
Local hospital workers backed up Mayor Larson today. Dr. Nick Van Deelen with St. Luke's says 162 employees were out today, and more than half of them have COVID. He says high transmission rates are preventing hospital workers from being able to care for you.
But we do have this effective tool, the mask, that we can all do. It's a small thing. It protects you, it protects our friends and our neighbors. Most importantly, it protects those around us who are most vulnerable.
St. Louis County health leaders say 70 to 75% of their COVID cases right now are in the Duluth area.
And with less than 24 hours to go before Duluth's mask mandate goes into effect, local business owners are weighing in on that new requirement.
CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spoke with some of them just hours after the announcement.
Well, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. On one side, some people are frustrated at the prospect of once again requiring masks in their stores. On the other, there's a sigh of relief. At Sarah's Table and Uncle Louie's Cafe are two businesses on opposite sides of this issue. Uncle Louie's owner, Debbie Stropp, says she believes the choice to require masks should be left to the businesses themselves. She believes at this point people should protect themselves however they see fit, whether that means wearing a mask or not. She feels at some point the community needs to accept things where they are and move on.
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think this is any more of a variant than the Delta was or the original. I mean, it's just a variant.
At Sarah's Table, Chester Creek Cafe, on the other hand, has been enforcing a mask mandate throughout the entire pandemic. Partner Carla Bloomberg says she believes the city made the right move. Bloomberg says they've had a few isolated incidents where customers have caused disturbances over their requirement. With the new citywide mandate, she hopes some of that responsibility will be lifted off their business.
It takes the decision away from us because they can't blame us personally, and that's what they do. They blame us personally, and they call us names, and they swear at us.
Despite their opposing viewpoints, both restaurants fully intend on enforcing the city's requirements. Now, Mayor Larson also weighed in on local businesses during today's announcement. She urged anyone upset with that mandate to voice their frustration with her and not the businesses, which she says are just following the city's rules.
Thank you, Quinn. And again, Duluth's mask mandate for indoor public places goes into effect tomorrow night at 5.
One day after Minnesota's governor announced major relief funding for state hospitals, today he announced funding for COVID-19 testing centers. Governor Tim Walz says $40 million in new pandemic-related funding will go directly to purchasing COVID-19 rapid tests and getting them into Minnesotans' hands as quickly as possible. The hope is to continue to expand COVID-19 testing resources statewide.
We asked the federal government, FEMA, to help us with another federal site for testing. We don't have an answer yet on that, but I'm hopeful we'll be able to get that.
The funding comes from $500 million allotted to the state for pandemic relief from the American Rescue Plan.
One of Minnesota's largest school districts will be moving to online learning. Minneapolis Public Schools will be going virtual for 2 weeks as the district deals with significant staffing shortages during the Omicron surge. District officials made the call after 400 teachers stayed home Tuesday and Wednesday. That's double what they normally see in the winter months. The Osseo, Rochester, Prior Lake, and Shakopee school districts have also gone virtual. In Minneapolis, distance learning starts tomorrow and will last through January 31st. Back here in Duluth schools are learning entirely in person. We did reach out to Superintendent John Magus for an update on what metrics they would use to consider a possible shift to distance learning. We hope to hear more from him later tonight.
The Supreme Court has delivered a blow to the administration's vaccine mandate for employers, which would have required workers to get vaccinated or test weekly.
Yeah, this comes as the administration has announced a new plan to buy more at-home tests and make high-quality masks available for free. Natalie Brand has the details.
The Supreme Court has blocked the Biden administration's vaccine or test rule for U.S. businesses less than a week after arguments before the conservative majority High Court.
The Supreme Court's decision on the OSHA mandate essentially means that in this pandemic, it is up to individual employers to determine whether their workplaces will be safe for employees.
But the justices allowed the vaccine mandate for healthcare workers at federally funded facilities. The decision comes as President Biden tries to ramp up his strategy to battle the latest COVID surge, announcing the administration will double its purchase of at-home rapid tests.
I made 1 billion tests in total to meet future demand.
The president says a website rolling out next week will allow Americans to sign up for the first 500 million home kits for free. It's a plan aimed to ease the burden on overwhelmed testing sites and emergency rooms.
So many hospital staff are sick that we don't have enough people to take care of the patients that we have.
Starting next week, additional military medical teams will deploy to hospitals in 6 states with staffing shortages, from New York to New Mexico.
These are additional teams that were requested in December, and we're sending them out now to the hospitals that have the greatest need.
In the face of the highly transmissible Omicron variant, the president also previewed an announcement next week about making high-quality masks available for free.
While some doctors believe the Omicron surge may have reached its peak in some parts of the country, the CDC says more than 99% of U.S. counties report high transmission. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden released a statement saying he's disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision.
Well, Dave, we woke up to a little bit of snow this morning.
Yeah, just the dusting that did slip up the roads a little bit. And so we do start by talking about some scattered slippery spots on our highways to be cautious of. They're primarily in northern Minnesota. So north of the Iron Ranges to the Canadian border, slippery spots pop up, of course, when you least expect them. A touch of black ice and all that. Do travel cautiously up there. Then towards the snow belt, where the snow in the past has been the heaviest, there's still a little bit of scattered slippery spot action going on in that neck of the woods for the time being. The rest of our roads are in good condition, but there's a chance they will degrade tonight. We're eyeing up a low-pressure system to our west. It's going to take a ride to the south and, for the most part, miss us. The big snow, that goes from the Dakotas to Iowa. Here in our neck of the woods, we get pretty much just some flurries that may not add up to too much unless you're right by the lake. Could be a couple inches there. But bottom line is our road conditions by tomorrow morning's commute could be a little indifferent. So tonight, 40% chance for light snow. Tomorrow, 50% chance for light snow. And then the temps tumble. High temp only 15. The 25 business past couple of days goes away. We'll talk about how low the temps will go and another snow chance for later on in the weekend coming our way in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, gone fishing. Opportunities for free fishing across Minnesota and Wisconsin this weekend. Details as we take you around the Northland after the break.
on down to Hannah Johnson Fabrics and Sewing Studio in Lakeside Marketplace. Don't know where to start? Visit our new sewing classroom and studio. Whether you're a brand new sewist or you've sewn for years, we have a class for you at Hannah Johnson Fabrics. We'll help you get your projects going with our huge selection of high-quality designer and specialty fabrics. Our friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need. Come see us in person or register for classes online at hannahjohnsonfabrics.com.
Local high school hockey lives right here on Thursday Night Face-Off. Whether you're looking for scores, game-winning plays, or more, tune to CBS 3. Thursday Night Face-Off with Duncan Goldberg and Kevin Moore, brought to you by Essentia Health.
Finish your projects with Menards. Pick up Great Lakes Defender Vinyl Plank Flooring. These vinyl planks are waterproof, durable, and easy to install. Hurry in and save big money on Great Lakes Defender Vinyl Plank. We also have a wide selection of Hunter ceiling fans. These fans provide comfort year-round and can be easily installed. Check out the Bryn fan. It'll look perfect in a variety of spaces. Get one now for only $149.99 at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We got work to do. The star is only as good as the person wearing it.
Everyone's a hero in their own story and a villain in someone else's.
You have changed. Hard not to. There's been a whole lot of ups and a whole lot of downs. I'm on the right path now. I don't want to be the one calling the shots.
You've got more people on your side than you even know.
But I can answer that call.
Walker. New episode tonight at 8/7 Central. Only on the CW.
Superior police are closing the Blotnick Bridge to and from Superior because of a warehouse fire. Here is a live look right now out from our live cameras pointing toward Superior. You can see that fire. You can see the flames and the smoke.
For stories that happen in your neighborhood, tune to Live Local, CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Duluth's shipping port tonight, the beautiful aerial lift bridge. Starting Saturday at midnight, the Soo Locks in Michigan will close for their annual maintenance. That means shipping here in the Twin Ports will slow down and then pause for the off-season. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region with Chris.
A public health board in St. Louis County is looking for applicants, and Madeline Island is in need of ice candle makers. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We'll start things off across Minnesota and Wisconsin tonight, where this weekend fishing is free. In Minnesota, it's Take a Kid Ice Fishing Weekend, and adults that are accompanied by a youth 16 or under will not need a fishing license. In Wisconsin, the fishing is free for all. It's a chance for anglers to try their hand at the popular winter activity. Minnesota's fishing weekend will run through Monday, and Wisconsin's is just Saturday and Sunday. We will have each state's fishing limits available on our website. Next, we head to St. Louis County, where they are looking for people to fill a public committee. The Public Health and Human Services Advisory Committee is looking to fill 8 open seats in the coming months. The committee primarily makes recommendations to the County Board of Commissioners and other public health departments about the health needs of communities and residents. For more information or to submit an application, we will have a link on our website. And we wrap up in La Pointe, Wisconsin, where the Madeline Island Trail Organization is looking for the community's help. In just under a month, they will be sponsoring the 2nd annual Madeline Island Luminary Walk Ski on the Capser Trail, and they are looking for ice candles. They have the physical candles donated, but they need the ice candles. Anyone can volunteer to make candles, and we will have a link to contact the group on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, a former lawmaker from northern Minnesota passed away this week. The legacy of musher and legislator Frank Moe in just a few minutes.
The first of 2 low-pressure systems passed by our region last night did bring a half-inch of snow to the Duluth Superior area. The second one may do the same, perhaps a little bit more for lakeside communities thanks to lake influence, but the biggest of this round of snow is going to our south. We'll talk about that and a cool down coming in conjunction coming up after our break.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
I know, but Mom, don't skip your recommended vaccines. They help protect you against certain diseases, so ask your doctor or pharmacist about any recommended vaccines you may need. Skip the other stuff instead, like, I don't know.
Skip the pants. Huh?
They're already doing that.
Nice.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Cully.
Yeah, so skip one of those mini Zoom parties. No, Mom, no. Not our Zoom party. I lost her.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's talk about what's coming our way with our weather timeline tonight. Light snow pops off again, and it will get cooler as a cold front brings in chillier conditions. The warm spell will go away. Friday, we'll run a trace to 4 inches of snow. That's a fairly wide band, and I'll show you the 2 zones that'll run closer to the trace and the other closer to the 4 in just a tiny bit. Then comes Saturday, high pressure from the north will make it clearer, and it will stay cool. But maybe only for Saturday. Already on Sunday, there's a chance for a warm-up again and a touch of snow. Current conditions, Duluth International. We've got a cloudier sky right now, but we're in between snowflakes for the time being. Wind, northerly 6 miles per hour. Current temp 16 above. Relative humidity 71%. But that north wind at 6 miles per hour is enough to give us a wind chill factor of 7 above. That doesn't trigger any alerts. But, you know, if you're heading out and about, put on the gloves, put on the scarf, put on the hat, and go to town. All right, temperatures, they're going down. 9 Orr right now, only 9 in Hibbing, 10 Ely. Still warm in Cloquet at 19, 25 Moose Lake, and it's still mild in Wisconsin with 21 in Superior to 26 in Hayward, and low 20s for our friends in the Upper Peninsula. But this cool down we see lurking to our north is the trend for lower temperatures that's coming our way for Friday and for Saturday. And also coming our way then, more clouds. Right now we're in between the lows. Yesterday's little clipper just brought light snow, and the low coming our way next, well, it could bring us heavier snow, but it's not going to come through our area. It's going to take a dive down towards the south, and so alerts are running from North Dakota through southwestern Minnesota into Iowa. That's where the snow totals could go towards 5, even 10 inches. Here in our neck of the woods, we're going to get a lot less than that. I think it's possible, thanks to lake influence, we could pull 2 to 4 inches for the North Shore, the head of the lakes, the South Shore through the UP. Well, the rest of the region really just gets a trace to an inch. So this low pressure system is really dodging the snow fans. And there it goes down towards the south for Friday. And by Saturday, it should be out of our picture. Into our picture by Saturday, cooler high pressure from the north. That's going to bring us that clear sky. And temperatures high-wise only in the mid-teens. That's a hair cooler than normal. Farther to the west, though, another low-pressure system that does bring a one-day warm-up and another chance for light snow come Sunday. At least it looks like light snow right now. Fire up the forecast here tonight for Minnesota. And fire up your wood stove, too, because it's going 5 to 15 below up on the Iron Ranges here tonight. 40% chance for light snow builds in. The rest of Minnesota will have low temps from 2 to 8 above. In Wisconsin and Michigan, the range of low temps will be 1 to 5 above, with a 30% chance for the light snow there. For tomorrow afternoon in Wisconsin and Michigan should be cloudy with a 30% chance for more light snow. 13 to 16 above will be the highs. That's a hair cooler than normal, but it's not as cold as it could be, that's for sure. Minnesota highs will be a bit brisk up north, 5 to 7 in border country, maybe 8. The rest of Minnesota tomorrow about 12 to 19, 50% chance for light snow, which is followed up by a high of 15 with sunshine on Saturday. Then we go back towards 21 Sunday with a 30% chance for a little more snow. And then we ride around 10 to 20 above for our high temps Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's next Thursday. It looks like it's going to get bitterly cold again with an Arctic plunge that sends us even here in the Twin Ports to 15 degrees below zero.
All right, thanks, Dave. A former Northland state lawmaker and one of the mushing world's greats has died. Frank Moe lost his battle with brain cancer Wednesday. In the mid-2000s, the 56-year-old represented the Beltrami, Cass, and Itasca County areas in the Minnesota House. But he spent his entire life immersed in racing and training sled dogs through his kennel in Grand Marais. A GoFundMe page has already raised more than $100,000 to help his family.
The Duluth City Council is holding a ceremony welcoming its newest members tonight. 2nd District Councilor Mike Mayow and at-large Councilor Azreen Owl were officially sworn into the council on Monday. Therese Timonek was originally appointed to her at-large seat and officially won it back in the November election. Councilor Renee Van Nett also held on to her 4th District seat. A virtual ceremony is happening right now until 6 o'clock tonight. You can tune in on the city's Facebook page.
The DNR wants to hear from you about the proposed reroute for Enbridge Line 5. The department is hosting a virtual hearing about the draft environmental impact statement for the project. Enbridge is working to reroute Line 5 off the Bad River Reservation. The new 41-mile route goes through Ashland, Bayfield, and Iron counties. The hearing is Wednesday, February 2nd at 4 p.m. on Zoom. You can sign up to attend or send in written comment to the Wisconsin DNR.
It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from the Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing.
Just so excited.
I can't wait to get to this
over.
one. I saw her in our email earlier today, and I've never had a cat, but was tempted, so.
And she's sweet, and her name is Kit Kat. Yeah. She is a 12-year-old cat looking for her loving forever home. Though she's a little bit older, our friends at the shelter tell us she is still as sweet as candy. Really, what she needs is a pal to spend her days with. Plus, she's always dressed to the nines with her tuxedo coloring.
I was going to point out her little white sock feet there. That's
adorable.
My favorite quality on a cat, their little sock feet.
If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Kit Kat, then you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, keeping warm safely. What officials want you to know about space heater safety this winter.
Well, because it's the best. and that's true because I've thought about that. I mean, definitely the fastest. And the biggest thing I hear most people talk about is the stability of it.
MediaCom's network is very reliable. We have a lot of programs in place that can monitor kind of issues that arise. That way we can fix them before they reach the customer.
Trust the pros. Get extreme internet starting at $19.99 a month for a year.
It's that time of the year when we all want a transformation. First we hit the gym, then we try to diet. How about a makeover that will actually last? A bath makeover from Bath Planet. In 2022, we are offering a free premium color upgrade, 2 free accessories, plus no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2023. So skip the gym and the diet and call Bath Planet or go online to book your appointment today. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Hi, Russell Nicolay, Nicolay Law Office. If you've been seriously injured, we can help. For the last 14 years, my office has been helping folks like you and holding insurance companies accountable. My award-winning legal team can help you and your family. Remember, if you've been injured, get Nicolay. We win or you don't pay.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
Be a little bit brave. Don't ever be afraid to.
Got a couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen?
There is some positive breaking news.
We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
Don't let the weather ruin your day. Dave Anderson, Peter Kavitkauskas, and Bo Fogel. The CBS 3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms.
In the cold winter months, many families plug in space heaters to get warm, but those devices lead to thousands of fires every year.
CBS's Michael George has some tips to keep your family safe.
An apartment building fire in New York this week took the lives of 17 people, and investigators say the flames were started by a space heater. New York firefighters did a demonstration to show just how dangerous the appliance can be. A blanket placed on top of a heater ignited in less than 30 seconds. In less than 2 minutes, the entire room is filled with smoke and flames.
When that space heater is on, that is at least 3 to 5 feet away from anything that would burn.
Safety officials say it's also important to plug the heaters directly into the wall, not into an extension cord or power strip.
All too often, if the space heater itself doesn't go on fire, the power strip or wiring will cause a fire.
When buying a heater, experts advise getting one that will automatically shut off if it tips over, and make sure it's certified by a lab. This UL code signifies a product has been tested and certified.
Make sure that there's some basic safety protections on them, like a grid on the outside of it to protect child or pet from getting too close.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says it's also important to check cpsc.gov for any recalls. Over the years, several heaters have been recalled for overheating. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Here's what we're working on tonight. The big headline, that blow to the president's plan to fight COVID after the Supreme Court blocks his administration's vaccine mandate for big employers. The new details tonight. That's all coming up here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning brought to you by the Birth Center at Essentia Health. By your side every step of the maternity journey so you can rest easy knowing you're both in good hands.
If you or someone you know has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So, Rob, please share with the viewers at home who should be calling in right now.
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
Don't fight your car battery this winter. You need a battery you can trust. You need an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable. You'll be back on the road in no time. Interstate Battery, the one stop for all your battery needs.
Here's a reality check. COVID-19 is still here.
Rising cases are straining healthcare resources in our community. We're all tired.
We are all exhausted.
Know that we are still committed to caring for you.
But we need your help. We're asking you, please.
Get vaccinated. Get your booster.
Mask up in public. Social distance.
For you.
Your family. Our community.
For all of us. Thank you.
folks, welcome back. If you or someone you love has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Rob, please share with everyone who should be calling in right now.
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Pick up the phone and call now.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Thursday evening, or Friday Eve as we like to call it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Looks like some people are taking advantage of it too. Kind of busy out there in Canal Park tonight. Tonight at 5, we brought you the latest after Duluth's Mayor Emily Larson invoked her emergency powers and reinstated the city's indoor mask mandate that begins tomorrow at 5 p.m.
And coming up at 6, we're almost halfway through January, but looking at the ice on Lake Superior, you wouldn't know it. We'll hear why.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.